genre.
In the world of Hollywood, movies get greenlit and redlit. They get remade and rebooted. But we are the ideal. I'm Sam Gasch, and you are listening to Ideal Remake. Thank you for listening to Ideal Remake. We take movies that either have been, will be, or should be remade and talk about what the ideal version of that remake would be. Today we're going to learn that the Concorde gets to the same locations in about half the time. So, Shayna Holmes is The Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan version, a movie that has been, will be, or should be remade.
It has been. It probably will be. And if it should be is TBD. We'll see how this casting goes.
Fair enough. Welcome to Ideal Remake. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Yeah.
This was my childhood movie. I think we talked about that, but it was one of our 3 movies that we had. So we watched it a lot.
Well, so you were saying that you have sisters. I have a little sister, so this also was very much a childhood movie for me. We watched this a lot. But until I rewatched it yesterday, I hadn't seen it for maybe 20 years.
I know, and it held up.
Yeah.
I thought it was still good.
It was very fun.
I mean, I don't know how much nostalgia is talking, but I was like, this is great. It was still funny and charming and really well written.
Yeah, really well written. And then I was watching it with a couple friends of mine, and we were reacting to, like, some of the performances were great. Like, Lindsay Lohan fucking kills it in this movie.
Yeah, I wonder how old she is.
She's got to be, like, 10 or 11.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes they're, like, 14 or 15, and then But she was great. I mean, looking back on this, it's interesting, like, my perspective as a child versus my perspective now. Mm-hmm. And as a child, I was more on Hallie's side. And as an adult, I'm like, Hallie's the mean one.
Yeah.
She's the instigator. Like, Annie's the innocent. Like, she doesn't really do... Like, Hallie steals her clothes. Hallie pulls her in the pool.
11 when they filmed it, and I think
12
when it released, because she's born in 1986, and the movie came out in 1998.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I also thought that Hallie was probably gay.
Oh. Yeah. She's definitely, like, tomboy vibes. Like
Tomboy vibes, too, but, like, there's all... Like, the moment when, like, the friend walks up and just, like, rips the bag out of the piles, like, that's my kind of woman. And then we go to her room and we see the way it's decorated, and it's just glamour shots of a bunch of different women.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think one of them had a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio, but I don't remember which one.
And he's kind of feminine. Like, he's...
A little bit.
Like, I liked Legolas as a child. Or as a high schooler. And then I was like, wait a second.
What is it about this character?
He's so pretty and feminine. And, yeah. So, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, so it was interesting. Like... And the way she plays them, they're both very different. It was great. But before we get too deep into it, Shayna, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself so the audience knows who they're listening to.
My name is Shayna Holmes. I currently work in VFX. I used to work in politics, and I write half-hour comedy and dramedy, and I'm starting my first feature.
Exciting.
Murder mystery.
Ooh.
So a departure from the comedy. But
I love a good murder mystery.
I know.
That's so fun. And, like, the nature of just concocting a mystery is so... Like, I've only done it, like, maybe once or twice. It's so cool and interesting and crunchy, and, that's great.
Well, and I keep thinking of more twists where I'm like, okay, so this person does it, which is kind of a surprise. But then I'm like, what if we think she did at the end, but then she didn't? And it's kind of coming of age. So they're 13, which is around the age of Parent Trap, so it actually worked out.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and 2 best friends. That's what it's about, is like, and kind of their friendship gets ruined because they discover a dead body, and then one friend tries to solve it to win back the friendship. So anyways, this was good, yeah.
Good research, it turns out. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Fun. So obviously I feel like, I normally ask the question, like, when do you remember first having seen Parent Trap? But I imagine you saw it young enough that you're like, we saw it at some point when I was a kid.
I know, I don't even know. So I moved to Minnesota when I was 9, and I think it was after that. So I probably was about her age. I probably was 10 or 11.
Yeah, because I think you and I are roughly the same age. And Lindsay Lohan's a couple years older than us. So, like, this kind of hit right about the time we'd be like, yes, this movie, great, perfect.
Yeah, we see ourselves
absolutely
at that age.
And, like, there is the rose-colored glasses of, like, oh, man, this movie's so, like, fun and, like, it appeals to us because it's a kid's movie. But, like, no, it holds up. It's just genuinely good.
Well, and then I was researching it a little bit, and Nancy Meyers, who wrote and directed, Hallie and Annie are her daughters' names.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's a lot of pressure for her daughters.
That is very cute. Because, like, because I don't know. It is just straight up a remake.
Yeah.
So, like, there is the 1961 Parent Trap, but it is just old enough because now we're releasing this version, like, let's say we do an Ideal Remake, we make this movie. we would be releasing this version for the children of the people who grew up watching the one we're talking about. But the 1961 version is just far enough back that I don't think that was quite the case. I mean, it was then on TV a lot, but even still.
Yeah, I know my mom had seen it, so she made us watch the 1961.
Oh, yeah. My mom had also seen it, and she made us watch the 1961 version.
But it wasn't like yeah, it definitely was before her time.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
She was...
Mine as well. But, like, and I'm not going to state by how much, because that would be rude. But yeah, it's interesting that it's the length of time, but like, because it's now been remade and then it's such a popular brand name, it's such a slam dunk for something to get picked again.
Oh yeah, because you're right, like all the millennials would take their children.
Oh yeah,
like I would go to that.
Right. But I mean, there's also the aspect of like, this feels like the sort of thing that would be a legacy sequel, like how they did Freakier Friday. Like, you could do a Lindsay Lohan movie where instead of Parent Trap, it's Sister Trap, where these two kids realize that they're cousins and their moms are Annie and Hallie, and so they have to reunite the sisters.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's not the purpose of the podcast, but like, if you were going to do a legacy sequel, that's what it would be. It's what it would have to be.
And they still look alike. And they also, because like twins have twins more likely.
Yeah.
So it could be two sets of twins.
Oh, that's
that meet
true.
up and they're like...
That would be fun. And have like 4 kids running around.
Yeah. Oh my God. Or if there's like quadruplets. Like, this is about twins. If one family had quadruplets.
Yeah.
And they're all split up.
I'm also trying to think like how much easier it would be for these kids if only one of them swapped. And so it's like, one of them is like, yeah, great, so this is what's going on, this is what's happening, and like explaining it and like making it so much easier. But then like both of them would want to go to the other place, so it'd be like, I want to go.
Yeah.
Because they would have to look alike, otherwise it wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's true. They'd have to be twins because they can't trick. But we should talk about the premise of this.
Yes, because it is fucked up.
Oh, I know. I was like, the parents are just fine with like not seeing their child. And when Liz sees her daughter again, she's not even that excited. Like, she's more upset thinking about meeting her ex-husband.
Oh, yeah.
And her butler's more emotional than she is. She's just like, oh, this is nice. Like, no emotion.
I think I decided the best character in the movie is Chessy.
Oh, I love Chessy.
Chessy's great.
No.
Her emotion and her reaction was incredible.
Yes.
But I'm also fully on I think the 2 best performers in the movie are Lindsay Lohan and the actress who played Chessy, whose name is Lisa Ann Walter.
Oh, okay. She's so good.
She's so good. And she's in Abbott Elementary now.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. That's so wild.
Right. Because she's incredible in this movie.
Yes.
And just like, we just need more scenes of the two of those 2 people together, just because they both were so good.
I know.
And her reaction was so great and incredible and real. It's amazing.
And such a perfectly flawed person. Like, she should not be telling the 12-year-old the things. Like, she's talking shit about the dad's fiance or girlfriend. Like, she shouldn't be telling a 12-year-old that.
No, but then, like, Meredith Blake, Elaine Hendricks shows up and, like, with a bell to ring.
Yes.
And you're just like, oh. Yeah. But, like, the conversation we were having is... I mean, aside from the fact that the dad is marrying this new woman and they didn't know each other when she left for camp, which was 2 months ago, and now they're getting married in 2 weeks, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. You don't absolutely sever someone from your life and split up twins unless something horrific went down to end the relationship. It's not just, oh, well, we fell out of love, or it turns out this person loved me more than I loved them. Something must have happened.
Yeah, like you need to be in witness protection or something.
And it's just like, I had no, like, concept of, like, what could possibly have occurred between these 2 people that would just cause them to be like, these are identical twin sisters.
Yeah.
And we are going to rip them apart. They're never going to know each other. We're never going to see each other again.
Not mention it. We won't see one of our children ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
And, like, our well-connected, affluent people that we are, our children certainly won't also become well-connected, affluent people, and they'll never hear about each other ever.
Yeah, or be curious or ask questions.
Yeah.
And the grandpa won't see them, and it's just fine. They're all fine with this.
He seemed to be the chillest of all, but in a weird way.
Yeah.
And so I fully thought that, like, that was inconceivable to me until we get right to the end of the movie when Meredith Blake, the Elaine Hendricks character, has been, like, subjected to all of this like psychological and physical torture by the kids as they're on their camping trip. And then her bag gets dragged into the middle of the lake. She wakes up, falls into the lake, stomps out of the water. And this is the moment when she's at her stupidest. The moment where she could garner the most sympathy. She instead is like, them or me? And he just like leans in close and goes, them.
Yeah.
And it's just this absolute smug assholeness that I'm like, oh, I could see this dude fucking up so bad that someone would never want to see him again.
Yeah. Especially because she's soaking wet and I mean, she threw a hairdryer at him. So it's
No,
what
the other
did
one
he
did.
do? Yeah, the other one did.
The other one threw a hairdryer.
So it's like, what did he do?
What
did he do to her?
What did Dennis Quaid do?
Yeah.
What did...
He does have a smirk. Like there's a word in German that means punchable face.
Yeah.
Which I love. I don't think he has that smirk. No. That smirk could be.
When he was smirking, he absolutely did. It's like, oh, you prick.
It's like this evil Cheshire cat smirk.
And it's like, I get that we're supposed to be at the end of the movie and it's this big thing, but like, okay.
Yeah. It's funny because I see takes online that are like, oh, I get Elaine Hendrix's, like I would be on her side. And I'm watching it, I'm like, she's still a villain. Like she's still just like the belle and...
Yeah, she's not a good
just like
person.
She's in it for the money.
Yeah.
But it's like, she's also young. She's in her 20s and he's in her 40s.
Yeah.
So like, they're both to blame for that relationship.
Sure. Yeah, he's not a good person. But like her, it's like, she's decided that she has chosen this guy. And she's kind of an asshole to everyone around him, but she's not an asshole to him. She hasn't actually done anything.
Yeah. I mean, and him dating her, like, he's been single for 11 years.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
No.
To date, yeah.
No.
Perhaps, I mean, is he kind of foolish?
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
For the purposes of listeners who haven't seen this movie since they were very young, we should probably do a quick walkthrough of, like, here's what happens in The Parent Trap. For example, opening on The Cruise, where L is For the Way You Look at Me is playing, whatever the name of that song is.
Yeah, so catchy.
Song that is permanently, like, buried deep in my brain because of this movie. Because it's the wedding of Elizabeth James and Nick Parker. And we see that wedding, and then it says 11 years, 9 months later.
So which is interesting because it implies that the girls were conceived on the wedding night.
Oh, it doesn't... Yeah, it does.
Because there's like, why 9 months? I feel like it's...
Well, also because their birthday is...
October.
Soon.
Though.
It's in October. Either...
But I feel like the implication...
The math doesn't quite math, but still. But we end up at summer camp. What happens then?
So they meet their little friends.
Yeah.
They each are in separate cabins. And then... I think this is a great scene because they're... oh my god, fencing with the Marvas. The Marvas are the instructors, Marva 1 and Marva 2, who will be fun to cast. And I
didn't cast them because I didn't know if we were going to start at summer camp.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, Marva Senior, Marva Junior.
Yeah.
Polly Holiday and Maggie Wheeler. Maggie Wheeler, I was apparently on Friends. Was she Janet on Friends?
Oh.
I'm going to find out. But...
Oh, maybe she was.
Haley arrives to camp in... Janice, excuse me. Yeah. She was Janice.
Oh, my God.
Haley arrives to camp on the bus, and Annie arrives to camp in a limousine.
With a butler.
And the fact that no one makes fun of her for that is unbelievable to me.
I think as a child, this is what made me not like... Like, it's interesting in American culture because I was like, oh, she's so proper and I thought she was annoying, even though she doesn't do anything wrong other than just have privilege, I guess.
Yeah. She is... Yeah. She does not instigate anything, and she's the one who potentially suffers the most. She is the one who suffers the most. She has to cut her hair. She has to get her ears pierced. She's the one that goes to live with the dad and like has to deal with the bossy potential stepmom.
And Haley hangs up on her and doesn't help her
at all. The dog doesn't like her.
Yeah, the dog barks at her.
She is the one who, of all of this, has to go through and suffer the most. And the reason why I also was probably just like, this girl, is because she comes from just as much privilege as the other one.
Yes.
She just
also
looks
rich.
it more.
Yeah.
Our perception of privilege of British aristocracy. But she has the best moment of the movie when she reveals to Chessy that she's Annie.
Yes, and it's so sweet.
I genuinely cried.
And it's, you know how it's, they say like suppress emotions are the strongest. Like, cause the dad comes in and Chessy's trying not to show it. And it's so sweet.
It's so
and
good.
She's like, I'll make everything. Like, what do you want to eat?
I love it. But so these two arrive at camp and we have like 5 minutes maybe of near misses of each other. Like Marva Sr. sees one who says she's allergic to strawberries and the other one says she's allergic to strawberries. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I know. But you're right. Whatever. And they keep just missing each other until eventually Haley is the one who's really good at poker.
Fencing. Well, they're fencing first.
Yes, fencing first.
Haley's really good. She defeats someone. And then Marva, too, is like, any challengers? And she says, I'll take a whack at it. A line that comes back later in the movie. And because they both have their fencing masks on, they don't see each other. Which I'm like, okay, none of their friends has seen the other one. Like, they've had near misses, but no one has, like...
No one.
Yeah. And so then they fence, and it's like, you know, they're going over hay bales. Like, this is not approved. This is not, like...
No, this is Princess Bride level fighting. Rules.
Yeah, exactly. So they're, like, jumping on hay bales, and then eventually Annie corners Haley against a rail, and then, you know, pushes her sword in, and then she falls into water. Yeah. And then when Annie kindly reaches down to help her up, Haley pulls her in.
Yes.
And so that's the start of their enmity.
Yes. Haley is a sore loser.
Yes. And so then Marva, too, makes them shake hands, and then
so they take off their helmet, they turn around, no one reacts.
Still, exactly.
No one reacts. No one reacts.
I know.
And then they face each other and, like, have this weird moment. And then they do this, like, weird, like, rom-com meet cute shake hands. It's like, which is very silly. And you can see the close-up of the hands coming together, and it's like, one of those is an adult woman's hand.
Oh, yeah. And it's also, why is the touch what freaks them out?
For how much of this movie is so good where the two of them are on screen together and, like, it's all camera trickery and all of this other stuff. The moment of, like, the handshakes are so silly. But, like, because everything else is so good.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, later in the movie, after the dad has fallen in the pool and is, like, having a whole scene with both of them, they're both standing there and they both independently go hug the dad. Which means that they had to keep dumping water on him because she had to go change and come back and do the scene again.
Yeah,
and it's just, like, all of this stuff is so small. And we also, like, looked up how much this movie cost. Like, how much do you think this movie was?
Oh, my God. $40 million.
It's a good guess. 15.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what movies cost.
Right, but, like, that seems so low.
Yeah.
Like, it may...
Well, even for... Yeah, because now $20 million is, like, a cheap movie.
Yeah.
And at that time...
Right. And, like, the fact that it... So, like, it cost $15 million and it made $100 million, which is incredible. That's the goal for these mid-level movies, which is why we should make more of them.
Yes.
But...
They're like at a vineyard in London.
The locations they're at are incredible. They're filming with children, which doubles everything. They have animals. They do everything you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
There's, like, one scene that we saw them. A cruise. Like, multiple boats. I think they do everything. There's one scene that's very clearly on a, like, studio set, and it's when they, like, drive a car up a pier and then get out of the car against a fake backdrop and turn around and there's the boat. And you're just like, okay, that's fake. But then here we are in a boat. Why did you need to do that? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nancy Meyers clearly used her budget very well.
I mean, or maybe she was rich and she just owned a vineyard and horses and it was like, let's just film at my house.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah.
Great use of budget.
Everyone freaks out because, oh my God, they look the same. And then everyone else leaves. Not just point and go, same. You look the same. It's the same.
Yeah. I wonder how often they use doubles.
A lot. You
like when they're like, it's like someone like, oh, let's just slap a red wig on them and
you could tell. You also could tell some of the wigs, which was fun, but it was like the movie was still great. And so then basically because of the animosity between them at the start, they get into this like prank war. No, then the poker thing goes. Haley is winning at poker. Annie shows up. No, the other happens.
Annie's winning, like cleaning house, taking money, which. Going back to the start, she asked her new friends, how much money did you bring? Mm-hmm. So she's not so innocent. Like, she's clearly planning to fleece them.
Oh, for sure.
So she has all this money. She's already rich, has taken all these poor children's money.
Yes.
And then Annie shows
I've seen the size of the summer camp. I don't think any of these kids are poor.
Yeah, that's very true.
But then Annie shows up, wins all the money. No,
with
Haley shows up with... Haley shows up with the money and goes, in your honor, a royal flush.
Yeah.
So...
And the loser has to jump in the lake naked.
Yes.
And so then Annie has to do that, and then Haley steals her clothes, which is diabolical.
Yes. And so that kind of starts the escalating of prank wars, because then beds get put on the ceiling, and then Haley comes in and, like, rigs a whole elaborate Home Alone thing while everyone's asleep.
Right? Let's talk about that.
Impossible.
Someone has, like, shaving cream all over the face, like a beard and a wig, and I'm like, none of them woke up, unless they drugged their food.
Everyone in this movie sleeps like the dead.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Meredith later, when she sleeps, she says she took a giant sleeping pill. So that makes sense. But these children, they don't wake up, and there's like sticky stuff. One has like syrup all over her shirt.
And like they had to get ladders in to put feathers on the fan. They had to have like construction equipment to do some of this.
And Rig, there's like a stuffed animal, which maybe is Cuppy, Hallie's like beloved bear thing.
Yeah.
Because the Marva...
No, because it wasn't, because it was the Hallie wouldn't use her beloved bear thing to
prank. That's right, because it's Annie. Yeah.
So it was someone else.
It's all, yeah.
But basically the Marvas end up getting tarred and feathered.
Yeah. And like really drenched in syrup. Yeah. I'm like, how much syrup was in that bucket?
5 gallons. Yeah. It's a 5-gallon drum. Which is so much. Like, how did they carry that much? How did they carry? How did they lift? How did they get it? How did they like you hang a bucket that's full up that high? The plastic's gonna snap.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
And I try to prank my siblings as a child with like a cup of water. It is hard to do.
I believe you.
To like have a door open and it falls.
That was not something that we really ever did in our household, but I'm open to the suggestion.
Yeah. I mean, we tried. It didn't work.
Oh, no.
Probably inspired by that movie, where they made it look so easy.
Quite possibly. But yeah, so whole big prank war, and then so basically these two get in trouble, and they get assigned to the isolation cabin where they have to live together.
Which, okay, I'm like, they just push them out the other side of the island, or whatever, peninsula, or wherever this is. Far away, 11-year-olds, unsupervised.
Yep.
And it's just fine. Because I assume that there are camp counselors in the other cabins. And they're just like, and there's a thunderstorm. And they're off there like...
There maybe. The one time I went to sleepaway camp, I hated it. But we didn't have a camp counselor sleeping in our cabin necessarily.
Oh, we did. But I don't know. Maybe it's different for girls. They're like...
Maybe. Ours was a co-ed camp.
How old were you?
12?
19?
I was going into 6th grade, so I think I was this age.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was Camp Pearlstein in northern Arizona. And I don't remember there being a camp counselor in our bunk. There certainly might have been. But I know that we were to go to bed earlier than they did. And they all the camp counselors would go and hang out. So I feel like maybe they did and just snuck in later. I don't remember.
Yeah. But regardless, it's like they're far away. If there's a medical emergency.
Yeah.
And they don't have phones. They don't have cell phones back then.
One of the kids, when they were first checking in, did have a cell phone.
Oh, I missed that.
When they were getting off the bus, there was a little girl who had a cell phone. And I was like, that's very funny. Because there was a whole comment of like, I just don't have any service out here.
Oh. Well, the little boy tries to call his mom, too, at the table.
But but he calls from like a landline.
Yeah.
Which was very funny. Yeah. Like, he's great. And then there's the little girl who's just walking just like fully encumbered with all her things.
Well, and then at the end of the camp, the little boy is like...
I'll come back next year.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
It's so cute.
He's going to do well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically the two of them get stuck together. They snipe at each other, and then eventually they kind of realize, like in adversity of having to close a window in order to stop the wind from getting in, they like slowly start to become friends, and
Annie makes the first move.
Yeah.
So once again, she's the better twin.
She is the better twin. 100%. And... eventually they figure out they have the same birthday. They both have these ripped up pictures of their parents, and they put the picture together. Oh my God.
Very cute.
We're sisters. That's crazy. And then they become best friends. Oh my God, I have a sister. And then Hallie comes up with this plan to switch places, because not only will they then get to meet the parent they've never met before, in order to switch them back, they're going to have to bring them together, and their parents will have to meet again. Wouldn't it be great if we concocted some sort of parent trap?
And I bet Hallie knew that Annie would have to get her ears pierced and haircut.
I don't think she realized that, because she didn't point out the ear thing until after the haircut.
When she realized when the hair is shorter.
Yeah,
true.
But
I'm just trying to go along my Hallie is evil.
Look, I will give that to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically that's what ends up happening. They train each other to do all the different things, and they swap places and go back to their respective
countries.
I guess they're not respective homes. The respective homes of the other one.
Yes, yeah. Irrespective.
Hallie meets her mom. Annie meets her dad. Oh my gosh, what a moment. Everything's going great. Everything's so good. This is perfect. I'm having such a good time. Who's Meredith?
Yeah, so the only flaw in this plan is that Nick, the dad, has met a hot young thing, as they refer to her, Meredith Blake, who's 26. And he's fallen in love with her, and they're going to get married. Mm-hmm. And that gradually comes out, and so Annie...
In the 8 weeks that Hallie's been gone, Nick Parker has met, fallen in love with, presumably someone proposed to someone, and agreed to set a wedding date 2 weeks in the future.
Yeah. Without even talking to his child or having her
daughter, meeting her, anything. Yeah. That is the fastest relationship I've ever heard of.
Also, she was his publicist, so there's some power dynamic going on.
Well, and Chessy comes in and says, I feel like she's doing a better job of selling herself and selling the grapes.
Yeah.
Because Chessy's great.
I know, which again is inappropriate to say to an 11-year-old.
Yeah, but
she's amazing.
Yeah, but then later Annie comes in and is like, well, obviously he has to like you for more than just the sex. Yeah. And you're like, you're 11.
Oh, I know. But she's at camp. Kids talk at camp.
Yeah. And she also was made to jump naked into the lake, and I'm like, no, don't make the 11-year-old do this.
Yeah, it's
poor child Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. Yeah, a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
I will also say, as I was Googling for this episode, I'm now I have child actors, best child actors in my search history.
So this is episode 179 or 180. So I've had to do that a lot. And I've said this before on the podcast, I'll say it again. If I'm not on a list, then that is a failure of our observant state, whatever
child
it is.
Actors under 12.
I have to do that.
Yeah.
I have to say super young child actors. Yeah. It sucks. I'm a monster.
Well, it's the same with writing.
Your pen is from Nickelodeon. That's great.
Oh, yes. I went there for some event. This program, and I went there and they...
It's appropriate. I mean, it's not this. This was a Disney Plus movie, but that's great. That's so appropriate.
Yeah.
It's a kids movie.
Didn't
Amazing.
even plan it.
So basically, Annie starts trying to sabotage the relationship, and Hallie doesn't want to get involved because she's like, I'm just meeting mom, and mom's the best. Why would I ever not? This is amazing. I have to have more time with her. We can't end this yet. But then it gets worse, and they find out that they are, in fact, engaged.
Yeah, and I would like to say they present both parents as, the perfect parents. But again, they left their child. They left one child.
The
kids are not resentful. They're just oh, it's so nice to be here. They're so great. Mom's so great. Dad's so great. I mean, I know they're young and they're...
Yeah.
Maybe when they're older in therapy, they'll be wait a second.
Can we talk about for a second about how they tell this to the therapist, and the therapist is they did what? Oh my God, you have to be a case study.
I had a therapist once who was I told her, I'm tall. And she was was it traumatic being so tall as a child? So therapists like to give you trauma anyways. So
that was the opening question?
It was our second session or a third. But so I'm I already have enough. You're trying to give me a trauma. I don't need it.
No. Eventually, when Annie finds out that they are in fact engaged, that gets Hallie's attention enough to be okay, this is real. She
sends a fax.
Yeah, a fax with the drawing of the dog that says SOS. And at that point, Chessy has figured out, because she's I don't know what's up with you. You act different. You say things that you wouldn't normally say. And your appetite's totally different. If I didn't know better, no, that'd be crazy. And then Annie goes, if you didn't know better, you'd think, what? That I'm Annie? And then Chessy just turns around and goes, you know about Annie? And then she says, and then her accent shifts over the course of the line, I am Annie. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And then right then, Nick comes in, the dad. And he's trying to talk to Hallie because she ran away when he was trying to tell her about being engaged to Meredith. And then Chessy's sobbing and can I hug her? He's yeah, sure. Of course you can.
Yeah.
And she's it's just when you see someone when they're 9 pounds, 11 ounces. And, it's very sweet.
It's so good. And then they have this whole scene where Nick is no, I'm going to marry her. And then Annie gets up and just starts going off in French.
Yes.
Which is incredible. And the fact that doesn't tip Nick off, he's an idiot.
He's slow.
Yeah. He's not a smart guy. And that's great. That's so fun. And then we get to have the reveal later of Hallie going and revealing herself to her mom.
Which the mom also has no idea.
No clue.
And I'm okay, these parents must be a little checked out. And to be a single parent, run this successful business. They're probably not home that much. They have a butler and the housekeeper that probably is doing more. Maybe that's why they're more emotional, because they're more the parent.
Of course they are. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the thing I covered when talking about Baby's Day Out. The person raising the child is not the parent, and that's why they're the ones getting more emotional.
Yeah.
They're allowed. And also...
They wouldn't split them up at birth.
No, they thought it was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
They still think it's a terrible idea.
And just like this child has been gaslit their whole life.
Their whole life.
Like they don't... It's so wild.
It's crazy.
Like they're like, I wish I had siblings.
So the kids coordinate a meetup at a hotel in San Francisco. They basically trick the parents to both show up there. Elizabeth James, the mom, thinks she's going to meet the dad. And
that he's excited
to see her. And the dad has no idea. He thinks they're going to check out a wedding venue. And then shenanigans occur. The mom gets more freaked out on the plane and gets sloshed. Mm-hmm. And the parents end up running into each other as Meredith Blake is wrapped around Nick James.
Yes. And then the elevator closes on them. And so then she's, of course, mad. Which, yeah, again, it's like the parents cannot be mad.
They're not... They are mad because they're clearly extremely selfish people.
Yes. They only care about how they appear to the ex.
Yes, correct.
I'd also like to add that we meet Meredith's parents. And one of my favorite lines of the movie, which is Aunt Vicky, who says, "Hello, pet. You may call me Aunt Vicky." Which is I love it. It's so cringy and
it's so
delightful.
Cringy and great, especially because you may call me Aunt Vicky. Not Grandma?
Yeah.
you would be Grandma. You're not cool with that?
Yeah. Although I feel like that's a thing that older women are like, I don't want to be a grandma. I'm not a grandma yet.
No.
I'm an aunt.
It's fine. I'm just an aunt. It's fine. It's
Sister
fine.
Vicky.
Crazy. But yeah, they're great. They're in the movie for 2 scenes and then they're gone.
I would love to see more Aunt Vicky.
No, fair enough. We'll have to get more Aunt Vicky in there.
Yes.
And so basically shenanigans. They're together. They figure out everything that's going on. And then they're finally like, all right, well, this is cool and all, but it's not going to work out. We can't just like have the kids, like the kids coordinate them to have this dinner together on a boat. And they're trying to figure out a plan, but they're like, but we can't have them spend half the year in one place, half the place in the other because school and everything else. So it's kind of just back to the original plan, but we'll just know about each other. So then Haley and Annie show up at the end and say, that's great. Which one of us is which?
Yeah, which the parents should have foreseen, but again, they were so self-involved.
Yeah.
And so they're both speaking in each other's accents, and the dad is like, oh, I know. They should have had Chessy and Martin, because I bet they could have told which was which.
I bet they could have. Well, especially because I bet they would have figured it out based on whose ears were infected and swollen.
Yeah, right?
Just based on everything else that was going on.
Let's take out your earring and see which one closes up.
Yeah, seriously. And so basically they're like, look, we just want to go on this one camping trip. It's everything that was promised. It'll be fine. And so they agree they're all going to go on this camping trip. But the Meredith's like, I'm not sending you into the woods to sleep in a tent next to your ex. No, I'm coming too.
It's fair. Or I don't know if she says I'm coming. Fair. I think she's like, I'm not sending you off. Like,
no, she doesn't say that. She says, I actually am uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Absolutely. I'm on her side.
Yeah. And then Liz, diabolically again, suggests that she go in her stead.
Yeah. Which, quite frankly, I'm also okay with. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. If she really wants to be part of the family.
She also doesn't seem like someone who likes camping either.
Yeah.
It seems like it would be something just Nick and just Haley would like.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Annie enjoys it.
I know. And in retrospect, I'm like, okay, they're saying that it's a character flaw that Meredith doesn't like camping or doesn't know about it. Like, this proves that she's a bad person.
But also, they're torturing her throughout. They put rocks in her bag. They have her spray sugar water on all over herself, which I don't think would actually draw mosquitoes, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they, like, trick her that, like, mountain lions are around, so she has to collect sticks, and they drag her out into the middle of the lake. She could have drowned.
Yeah, I know that. I was like, especially what if she rolled over in her sleep, or what if she didn't know how to swim?
When she was on the world's largest sleeping pill.
Yes.
And then, because she was tortured, Nick breaks up with her, which is messed up. But,
I mean,
whatever.
She does say she plans to send those brats to Switzerland, and she had planned to do that anyways.
She is, but it's also, she does 2 very, very stupid things. One, the way she, like, it's them or me at the very end of the movie. And second, their mom. These girls are about to be teenagers. What sort of teenage girl? Every teenage girl should have their mom. They should stay. You should have both of them stay with their mom and then visit you over the holidays.
Yeah. Why at a camp?
It's such a slam dunk. It's so like, oh my god, her out is right in front of her.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't have such a clear choice.
Right, it's true, but it's very stupid. And she was so conniving and clever the whole movie. except in that, but like heightened emotions, she's been tortured.
Yeah, I get it to an extent.
It turns out psychological torture does work. But yeah, so basically at the end of the movie, it's like, well, we still have to leave. Oh my God, that's crazy. Mom and Annie go back to England. They walk in the door, and Haley's sitting behind the desk with a newspaper. It's like, how did you get here so fast? Did you hope the Concorde can get you here in half the time? Which is something that has been in my brain.
I know. And seems like an ad for Concorde.
It very much is.
I was like, yeah, that's great.
It went out of business very soon after this.
Yeah. Well, just reversing a little bit, where did Meredith go?
Oh, they dropped her off at home when they were leaving camping.
Oh, they did? They said that? Oh, okay.
They said that.
Okay.
It's like they cut camping and then dropped Meredith off and then like came the rest of the way home. Because they also had to hike back out. Yeah. They made some very good awkward cuts where it's like, this could be a weird scene. No, you did the right thing by skipping this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, very well edited.
Oh, they put a lizard in her hair. All the things.
Yeah, and it crawled into her mouth.
Which is crazy.
Okay, I'm like, oops, how did they do that? Like...
That's CG.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. The lizard on her head was both a toy, a real lizard, and then when it's on her face, you can tell it's CG.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I didn't
because the shadows are wrong.
Oh, I didn't know CG was that good back then.
This is after Jurassic Park.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, once again, it's like, how did they shoot it so cheaply?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like, I don't, like, because they did, like, the Abbey Road walk. And we literally had a moment where, like, well, that camera's on sticks. That's on a crane. That's on a... We, like, literally scene. Yeah. And we were just like, oh, my God, that's wild. They did everything. The cinematographer is the cinematographer from Back to the Future 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then that's the end of the movie. That is the movie as it exists. What do you think we should do for our version?
Yeah, okay, as far as actors?
No, not as far as actors. In terms of plot and writing and scripting.
Do plot and writing, too. Yeah. Okay.
Because, like, the movie exists, but, like, we're presumably going to set it now because it's a contemporary movie. We're now 27 years in the future. Mm-hmm. Cell phones exist. You don't need to have a phone call in the closet. You don't have to make a collect call to try to figure out how to connect to someone. You can have the two of them with cell phones. You just have them switch cases.
Yeah. So there's not the, like, subterfuge of hiding in the closet.
Yeah. But we also get to... You also get to have the fun of if she brings her phone back, her phone doesn't have international travel, so you have to figure out a way to, like, my phone hasn't been working this whole time. Your phone's Sprint. We're a Verizon family. How is your phone on Sprint? Yeah. That would be very, very stupid.
But the Face ID would still work.
That's true. That's true. I guess they could switch cell phones. That's very funny. Okay, so, well, yeah, because then I guess if the mom's calling, you need to make sure the mom is calling the correct cell phone.
Right one.
Yeah, you're right. So, do we want them to meet at camp in our version? Because I know camp exists in the 1961 version, where they're, like, 15 or 16, and it exists in this version where they're, like, 11, 12.
I mean, okay, so there's, like, there are a lot of set pieces in this movie, and there are so many fun things that can happen at camp.
Yeah.
So, if not camp... I don't know. It's nice because they're away from their parents.
Yes,
There's a lot happening. They're sleeping, so they can do all the pranks. Like, it needs to be somewhere where they can... I mean, we could, make it more modern and have it be a themed camp. Mm-hmm. Like, space-themed or, something like that.
Because the question came up, why did they both get sent to this camp? Because I thought it was like, oh, maybe the mom went here. Because it was like Camp Walden, Camp for Girls or something like that. And I don't know... And the mom didn't go there. They have no connection to this camp. It's just these two affluent families both sent their kid to the same camp.
Maybe it's just like... the most elite camp, and so all the rich parents, it's like the number one camp that you can put on your college resume.
Yeah, I think it can be something like that. I also think it can be something academic, where it's like both girls are very smart and they are similarly skilled in like debate or something, and like this is a big conference, like a big debate, because like we kind of speed through all of the like camp things, because the camp was over the course of 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And so that gives us the whole opportunity for them to be gone for that long, and it gives them the opportunity for like the dad to form the relationship. So like the time away is important because that gives us all of our premises. Mm-hmm. But we can do other things. Like I think camp is probably going to end up making the most sense. Yeah. But like we've got to have a reason for them both to be at the same camp. Theoretically, we also don't have to care about it. It's like, I don't know. What do you think?
I like camp. I mean, as a kid watching it, like, the British thing was cool. So we should talk about that too, if they're like American and British.
Yeah.
But it's cool seeing this other world and imagining, like, because I kind of saw myself as Hallie, and it's like, oh, I get to go to London, like that'd be so cool. You know, like you see yourself through her eyes, or all the fun things they do at camp, like they're fencing or they're canoes or they're so it'd have to be. I think it's a very fun movie, so it'd have to be somewhere.
Yeah,
fun.
And there is something fun about camp. Like, I'm perfectly fine doing camp again. It'll be the third time for the series, and it is the thing that makes the most sense.
It could be like a Ninja Warrior camp.
I mean, that would be wild. I was just... Because, like, basically, it went from West Coast to East Coast for camp, and then London to East Coast for camp. And then they talk about, well, London's 3,000 miles away. It's like, I think that's still closer than California.
Yeah.
Like, I think the United States is big.
It is big. But I guess it's like a 3-hour flight across... Or 5-hour flight. And I think it's like 7 hours.
Oh, is it?
From the... Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to live on the East Coast.
I believe you.
Yeah. So it is slightly... But still, it's like pretty... Yeah, they're both
It's still pretty equivalent. But so, like... I guess we don't necessarily need a reason for them both to be sent to the same camp other than just like, yeah, great, they got sent to the same camp.
But it'd be fun if it was niche, because that's yet another clue.
Yeah, something that they think that they're really good at, and then it turns out like they're competing to be the best at this thing.
Yeah.
Like they want to be the best like no one ever was at space, at debate, at Renaissance.
Something like fencing, water polo.
I mean... It could be a camp for young athletes where they get to do all the different sports. Yeah. And then it turns out they're both really good at swimming or they're both like tennis champions. Fencing was really convenient because they had to put on masks. So is there any other situation where you can think of where they like acting camp makes sense that they then get to embody the character of themselves, and there are plays and things where you're wearing like commedia dell'arte masks. Like I could very much see, tell you what, let's do that. Let's do a 2-month theater camp, because that way we can fully, like, we don't need to justify the fact that they're so good at, like, taking on... Because obviously the actress is doing it, so it's possible, but, like, you get to have this thing of, like, preparing for the ultimate role ever of, like, they're going to theater camp to do these different things.
I was thinking, I'm like, what would it be nowadays? I don't think we should do this, but it would be, like, influencer camp. Like, how do we...
Theoretically, when your parents are that wealthy... Yeah, kind of. Influencer camp is kind of like the thing. And like parents talk about how like, well, my kid is going to be influencing soon, so obviously. And it's just like, oh, God.
Because it's like kids don't want to be doctors and lawyers anymore. They want to be influencers. Right. Which they would go to camp then, probably.
Kind of. And like they need to be able to do their characters and everything else. Plus, there's an element of the camp is... I think the camp is in the woods, and what draws the parents to it is that it's a theater camp and it's in the middle of the woods and there is no cell phone reception.
Oh,
and like both parents, despite being like asshole rich people, are be like, it's good for you to go to this camp, and it's like fine, because like we don't really see them checking in on the kids throughout the entirety of their camp journey.
There's no
like letters to home to the point where Annie had to bring pictures of her family to be like, this is this person, this is that person.
Which now they could just show on Facebook.
Right.
Or, whatever.
So, like, we don't need that Facebook, anymore. But, like, it's all a part of it. And so, so great. Theater camp, do the masks, do the thing. And they're both competing for a lead role. And they're doing a role in Phantom of the Opera, let's say. So that's why they're wearing the mask.
Oh, that's fun.
And they're both competing
like
to be the Phantom. Well, it's an all-girls camp.
Yeah.
All-girls theater camp or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so they go there, and they're both trying to be the Phantom, and so they both have the half mask.
Amazing.
Which would be very funny. And they're, like, doing competing Phantom of the Operas.
Yeah.
And then... and then neither of them gets the part.
It's like a group audition. And they keep... Yeah.
And if there's one thing I know about theater kids, they love their pranks.
And they could both actually be really good, and they would have gotten the role, but because they were fighting, they don't get it. And so then that's why they're mad at each other.
Yeah.
Because like, we would have gotten this.
Not only would we have gotten the role, now we're not even in the play.
Yeah.
Now we have to like sit here in the booth and do crew.
Yes.
And the only thing that's there, and we just have to hang out here every time. We just have to sit here for the 4 hours of rehearsal for the one cue where we drop the chandelier. That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else for us to do except sit here with each other for 4 hours every day.
Well, they also could be different. Like, one could be set design and one could be sound or lighting, so then they can sabotage each other.
Oh.
And so when it doesn't work, they can be...
I'm trying to find a way for them to, like, as opposed to the isolation cabin.
Oh,
where they have
you're
to
saying,
be
like,
stuck together.
as it goes along.
Yeah. of like their punishment is they didn't get in the play, so now they have to do crew. And it is no punishment to do crew. Everyone who's done crew is great. We love you all. You're doing amazing work. For the purposes of the narrative of this story, for these two girls
to be
both assigned to do one task and are just stuck there waiting for that one task, that's the punishment. You all do great. We love you all. Mm-hmm. So it sucks being crew.
I mean, they could also have to go off and like design a set, something on stage.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to force them to be stuck together so they have to become friends. Yeah. And I feel like something like that is the best I can come up with. Like being forced to like we're now past the part of sabotaging. They're now being punished for their sabotaging.
Yeah, but I'm like, if there's a set piece that they have to go like on the beach to build it, and they're like only you two are, just because it'd be interesting to see them do something active.
Great.
But
I feel like the active thing they're doing is learning about each other.
Yeah. And in the current movie, they're not. They're just like in a cabin.
Yeah, they are learning about each other. They're practicing the handshake on the dock. Mm-hmm. They're cutting hair. They're doing ear piercings. Which would be really funny if they do the ear piercing in the middle of the play. And then all of a sudden, we get to a point in the play when like it's about to be terrible. And then we hear the horrible scream and everyone just kind of like looks up. That would be fun.
I like that.
But
is her nose pierced instead?
Let's do it. Great. 11-year-old with her nose pierced. Why not? Ugh, Californians.
Or belly button. Yeah, something.
Let's not do belly button. Let's not sexualize the 11-year-olds.
Yeah, maybe no skinny dipping.
No.
In our version.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, let's do that. And then they switch places. Do we still want it to be a vineyard and a wedding gown designer?
Yeah.
I also swapped their companions. I made the Chessy, the person with Nick, a guy, and I made Martin, the person with the mom, a lady.
Oh, okay.
Because I spent the whole movie assuming Martin was gay, and he was not. And
I know.
Wild.
I was like, he definitely is.
Oh, yeah, 100% is.
Yeah.
He shows up in a leather jacket. Ugh. But the, like, vineyard and wedding dress designer are fun, but, like, like... California rich guy can be a tech dude who we immediately believe he's an asshole. But, like, Northern California is so scenic, and so you put someone out.
And, like, riding horses there. And...
He also could be a horse guy. Like, he has
a
horses.
rancher.
Yeah.
I mean, they do, like, I don't know. In Texas, rich people will pay to go down there. I don't think we want to do this, but they'll, like, to go hunting.
Yeah.
And they'll have ranches where people go. Or Montana. He could be, like, a Montana rancher.
I'm definitely aware of dude ranches exclusively because of Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like... There's so many different places to put him that are scenic and amazing.
Yeah.
And where he can still be rich or whatever.
I just had that, but like Nick Cage owns 50 castles.
What? Why?
Oh, yeah. He like is obsessed with castles. He keeps buying castles. He keeps
running out of money.
Yes, that's why. In part why.
I mean, like, having him be a real estate guy is kind of boring. But let's come back to Nick. Do we want the mom to be a wedding dress designer?
I mean, it is a very gendered thing where it's like, the dad's a rancher, the mom designs dresses.
Yeah. That is the thing about Nancy Meyers, is she loves her
very gendered roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mom could be like a surgeon or something, and she still could be impressed because she's like, oh, my mom's so amazing, she's so cool, she's like this wedding dress. Mm-hmm. But if she's also like, or a lawyer in court or something that's like very impressive.
Good. Pick
or
one.
In parliament or
great. Do it. What do you want her to be?
Let's do a neurosurgeon.
A neurosurgeon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she's like in the operating room. And she's like, my mom is so cool.
Great, let's do it. My mom is so cool. She is literally operating on brains.
Yeah.
Great. So mom's a neurosurgeon. And I feel like if mom's a brain surgeon, dad has to be a rocket scientist. Like, he's working for one of those...
For NASA?
Yeah, let's say have him work for NASA or for JPL or whatever it is. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Great. They're very smart, very busy career people who are so focused on their careers, which are clearly very hard to do. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think owning a ranch is something that would prevent someone from like ever interacting. It was like, no, you met me at a point where my career's on the cusp. I'm about to become this incredible thing I've always been working for. I can't support you in your career, but I also, I do love you, but like the more I see you, the more I want to be with you, and I will sabotage my own career to do it. I think it's better if we don't see each other anymore. Which is like
the question at the end of the movie too, is that what are they going to do? Where are they going to live? Who's going to give up their career?
I mean, theoretically, a designer of wedding dresses couldn't do that anywhere. Like,
yeah, but her shop and like clientele.
Her shop, her clientele, her home, her dad.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
They need to do both, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, that could be the reason why they're they break up and they still are in love with each other.
Yeah.
And they love each other. So it's not that they hate each other, it's that they love each other and can't be with each other.
Yeah.
And so they're like, we can't see each other. It'll be too difficult.
It will be too hard for me to ever see you again because it will break my heart all over again. I need to never see you because I do love you, but I have to choose my career right now because I've spent a decade working towards this. And if I give it all up to take care of, to like be with you, then all of that will have been for nothing. What about our kids? Fuck them. I mean, but basically, yes.
Yeah,
something
I'm trying to think, like, nowadays, is there any justification for each parent taking the kid?
No. It's because they never want to interact again. It's like...
Yeah, but can we think of one? Like, I'm like, I can't. I'm like trying to... Some disease, some horrible, like... Yeah.
Or like, we're living in a dystopian future and you're only allowed to have one child, but we had twins.
Yeah.
And so if we don't want the government to come take one away, we need to go away and say that we each independently had one child.
The dark drama.
In this, the Hunger Games, the parent Hunger Games trap.
Dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But they're so career focused that they didn't even think about it, and to the point where like they can't even run their own home lives. That's why they have these like live-in people to like run their home lives because all they do is work.
Yeah, I'm like almost the only justification is if they're so poor they can only support one child, but then they wouldn't have live-in help. And
right.
Yeah.
Which is why they have to be wealthy. And so like they aren't running their home lives, and that's why it's such a surprise when Annie goes to be with Nick and Nick is like, you had time to get a girlfriend? I know. I didn't think it would ever happen either. And a publicist feels trite. Mm-hmm. It feels like it should be like a fellow rocket scientist.
Yeah. I mean, because at least in the movie, she still is, it's like a strong position.
Yeah.
And she's hired.
There's also a moment in the movie that I didn't pick up on when I was a kid where she's still the publicist. Mm-hmm. And so she gets a call from someone for like, to do an event for Nick when he's like, to go support some charity and do something. And Annie listens to the phone call and basically is like, oh, that does sound like a wonderful cause. Anyway, unfortunately, Nick's going to be out of town. Click.
Yeah.
Or out of the country. And it's just like, oh, you just don't care about this charity, so you don't want him doing this thing, which A, might be good publicity, and B, is a nice thing to do. Mm-hmm. And the fuck else does he have going on?
Oh, yeah.
And
he's just riding around, drinking wine.
Yeah, and she just doesn't want him going anywhere or doing anything without her. Despite the fact that she could have gone to this too. And it's just like, oh, you just don't care about charity. You're a bad person.
She hates charity.
Never would have picked up on that as a kid. I barely picked up on it as an adult. It's just like kind of this subtle, you're a bad person kind of thing.
Yeah. I miss it as a charity, actually.
Yeah. She said, well, that does sound like a wonderful cause. That's like, that's her line. She can be a fellow rocket scientist. She also could just be his boss.
Oh, I like that. But she's, I mean, the whole thing is that she's like younger and he goes for this younger woman, which we don't have to do.
She can still be younger.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. So also his like career is
to quote another Nancy Meyers movie, which I remade earlier this year with Alex Sternberg, From What Women Want, where Mel Gibson has a younger, attractive, beautiful boss come in. He has to answer to her, and then of course he can read her mind or whatever, and it's a bad movie, don't watch it. But that can happen. Like, he's practical and she's business.
Yeah. I mean, it'd also be interesting at the end when he realizes that she's terrible, but he has another moment of hesitation because he's like, if I break up with her, my job is lost.
Yeah.
So it hurts. So it's like an even harder choice.
Right.
To end it with her.
But then he realizes that he can't give up his daughter and this woman, and so he chooses the daughter and his ex-wife, and it's this incredible big moment. And then when they show up in London, he's like, yeah, I was fired.
Yeah, I don't really have London. Yeah,
I don't have anything keeping me there anymore.
You keep your job. Yeah. I'll be a stay-at-home dad, which I support.
I can do science things here too, because like obviously like I can build. The career I built before wasn't a good one because it kept me away from the women I love the most. These two girls and you. I'm okay starting over if it means I get to build a career around the people that I actually want to be around.
And what if they start their own firm together? Their own consulting firm. Two of them.
Well, she's a brain surgeon and he's a rocket scientist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. For a second, I was like, they're both rocket scientists.
No, they're both very smart.
Yeah.
But brain surgeon, rocket scientist.
Maybe there's some like technology that they can use.
They're building brains. I don't think they need to be in business together because I feel like it's a lot of strain.
That's true. Yeah,
really
a new business,
fast.
A lot of hours.
But like, yeah, you can like. There's going to be cause for like high level engineers.
Yes, yeah. There's like CERN in Switzerland. He could work 100%.
There. He's like, I hear CERN is hiring. End of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
We do that, and then like, I'm okay with them going camping. Like, it's fine. because then that gives us opportunities for them to be away from everybody else and like kind of like take this other fancy person and put her through. The only thing I would do is I would make Annie a little bit more uncomfortable camping, because she's like, I've never been camping. I live in London. I'm not I don't like nature either. And I know I would hate that. So let's do it to her.
And also she rides horses in the movie. And I'm like, would she be able to? Like, maybe she had horseback ridings in London. I suppose they're rich. So
she's more used to dressage, but or dressage, but yes.
Yeah.
We make some logical jumps, and I think we're okay with it. But yeah. Is there anything else you can think of in terms of, like, plot that we need to cover?
Oh, you know what? Actually, I had a thought.
Yeah, tell me.
So what if instead of camping, they go on, like, a sailing trip, and she gets seasick?
Perfect. I love that.
So it's different, and it's not her, like, oh, a woman's bad at camping, so she's a bad person.
Yeah.
But it's like, she's seasick, which we feel bad for, but she's, like, also a terrible person.
Yeah.
So otherwise.
It's the sicker she gets, the more of the veneer falls away.
Yeah.
And it just, like, she keeps being worse and worse and worse because, like, it's a lot of mental effort to put on a mask. Mm-hmm. And so she's putting on this mask and putting up this veneer. And yes, I think that's perfect. I think seasick is excellent.
They give her fake sleeping pills. Or seasick pills.
Oh, I don't even...
Fake Dramamine.
Yeah, they give her fake cures for seasick.
Yeah,
fake Dramamine. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how they give her seasickness. But no, fake Dramamine is good. Because, like, you do the sticker behind the ear or whatever.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
It's, there's, like, a thing you can put behind your ear and apparently, like, helps you fight off seasickness. I don't know if it works. But, like, you can do, like, it's just a sticker.
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't actually do anything.
They trick and they're like, oh, yeah, wear this hat. And it's, like, this really stupid looking hat.
Yeah,
and they're like, yeah, it helps.
and, like, even worse, it's just, like, the thing you need to do when you're feeling seasick is just, like, you need to focus yourself. You need to center yourself. You need to look in mirrors and really... And, of course, the mirror is, like, doing the thing. Because I feel like that's the thing you're not supposed to do. And they keep giving her the reverse advice.
Yeah, to, like, do this ridiculous dance. It helps. And
then, of course, since trout's all there is to eat when you go on a...
True. Still the same.
We didn't bring any food. You can catch everything.
Uh-huh. I'm sick of fish. Well, there's squid.
Yeah. They're very good at fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I mean, he could be a deep sea fisherman then.
Which is terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Good. Okay. Anything else you can think of, or should we get into casting?
I think that's good. Oh, there was a thing. I was thinking that the grandfather could be a grandmother.
I'm good with that. I didn't cast the grandfather because I was like, I think that's going to be so dependent on who we cast for everything else.
Yeah.
I didn't have a grandfather, but I'm like, great, grandmother. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Someone who also was like, this was really fucking stupid this whole time.
Yeah. And I have an idea. So.
Great. Okay. So for casting, I feel like we obviously have to start with our Hallie Annie.
Well, I know, but I was like, unless, depending on who the parents are.
That's true.
It would have to look like
You're
that.
right.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's talk about the mom first then. Who
Okay.
did you have for your presumably British mother?
Yeah, I had a few. I mean, Florence Pugh.
How old is Florence Pugh? Is she old enough to have 11-year-old children?
Oh, I think so. I had a few ideas.
Florence Pugh was born in 1996. She's 29 years old. She would have had to have these kids when she was 18.
I thought she was older. Wow.
No.
Okay. Elizabeth Olsen. She is American, but... And then I wrote Amelia Clark and Rosamund Pike.
Rosamund Pike, I think, is a better choice.
Pike, yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen is a year younger than me. She's in 89, which means she's 36. That's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I went for both parents. I put people in their 40s for a little bit more, like in the height of their career.
Yeah, for the father, I had 40s more.
Who?
For the father.
40s more.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Voorhees is more. I'm like, I don't know Voorhees is more. I think Rosamund Pike's actually a really good choice. I went with Natalie Dormer.
Oh.
But I don't love that choice.
Yeah.
Because, like, Natalie Dormer and I think Rosamund Pike has the same issue of they're such bombshells in their own right that it's like, why would I give a shit about some 20-something hot lady? I'm way hotter than that. And so it's like, and the actress who played the mom, Natasha Richardson, is incredible and she's gorgeous. But it's like one of those things where you could see her being intimidated by some like 20-something blonde lady.
Yeah, but I think it's all in the haircut.
Maybe.
So if we just give a mom haircut to these women.
I don't know if you could give a mom haircut and it would make a change for like Natalie Dormer or Rosamund Pike. I think you could potentially do it for Elizabeth Olsen though. Especially like if she was at the start of her career at 25 and she's just like, I'm literally about to like do this thing. I'm going to spend another few years in medical school and I can't like I can't be a wife to you and also do this. Like I think Elizabeth Olsen is a better choice. She's not British, so we'll have to figure that out, but something.
Yeah. But Lindsay Lohan does a British accent.
It's true.
Yeah.
And we know Elizabeth Olsen has done accents before that have lasted varying levels throughout the length of that character's career. We'll figure that out. I'm sure she can do it. It's fine.
Yeah,
She's very
I
good.
blame her.
I'm more drawn to Elizabeth Olsen. My Nick, I had a hard time because I cast my little girl first. And so the little girl that I have is Native Hawaiian. And I was trying to find a man who is also Native Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And I had a really hard time finding that actor that wasn't just like the guy who plays Aquaman, whose name I'm blanking on. And so the actor that I went with, like, I didn't want to go with like Jason Momoa. That doesn't like fit the vibe of the movie.
Yeah.
So I cast an actor named Marcus Coloma. Marcus Coloma has Native Hawaiian descent, but he is most known for being in General Hospital. He's been in like 700 episodes of General Hospital.
Oh, okay.
And it's a very different vibe and a very different acting style than what he's done, but it felt like a fun departure or something interesting for him. But I don't know. I also was trying, like, again, like many Nancy Meyers movies, it's extremely white.
I know. It's so white. So I was trying to think of, non-white actors.
And so I don't know who you had, but
I had a few ideas. Pedro Pascal, because I'm just like, he could be kind of the goofy dad.
of course.
Michael B. Jordan, which I know is like such a different, like he's usually in drama roles.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he could be charming. Simu Liu.
Simu Liu's great.
Adam Driver, which would be like, again, very different.
Yeah,
a very different type of.
That actually feels like a role he's done before, what with being in Marriage Story.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why. I mean, they're not parents, but they do have like this marriage problem.
Yeah, like it's Marriage Story, but with kids.
Yeah, I'm less angry.
Yeah. I'm more drawn to the idea of Simu Liu. Like, if we do Elizabeth Olsen and Simu Liu,
Yeah,
let's
I
do
like
that.
Okay.
Neither of my little girls work, but we'll be fine.
Yeah, mine, the little girl, I had really trouble because like I said, I tried to search child actress, The only one I found was Aria Greenblatt, who was in Barbie. The girl in that, but she might be too old.
Yeah. She's definitely too old now.
How did you find little girls?
I have my ways of finding children. It's fine. Yeah, Ariana Greenblatt is 18.
Oh, wow.
So I found two little girls. I found a girl who's been in one thing, and she was a voiceover actress. That's the girl who is of Native Hawaiian descent. And you can tell how young she is because her name is Khaleesi.
No way.
Lambert Suda.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was the voice of Moana's little sister in Moana 2.
Wow.
And she's very young. I think she's 8, which would make her perfect age for, like, we make this next year, that sort of thing.
By the time yeah.
And then there's an actress who, she plays the daughter or a little girl in The Bear, and she was also in Chicago PD. Her name is Annabelle Tooney.
Oh.
Toomey. Yeah, it needed to, like, I was like,
yeah. I think we need to cast an unknown for this.
Yeah, that feels like we may come back to this and cast someone. The likelihood is low.
You know, I had a thought. We also could make Marty and Chessy the same gender. Because it's a very straight movie as well.
It is.
So there could be a queer...
Yeah, I made Chessy a gay guy.
Oh, but Marty is...
And then Marty... I don't have them get together.
Oh.
That seemed crazy to me.
I like it.
That was... We were watching this and we were like none of us sitting there were like, we don't believe this for a second.
Oh, I know.
Absolutely
Their
not.
chemistry is not there, but...
No.
I do like how they're both so weird.
Yeah,
and they fall for each other's weirdos. Like, Absolutely. Who falls for someone in a Speedo?
No one. And granted, I feel like neither of us are qualified to speak on that. So let's talk about... We'll get to Meredith later. Who do you have... So I gender swapped them. Mm-hmm. Or kind of. Who do you have... Let's do it this way. Who do you have assisting the dad?
I didn't cast those yet.
Oh, you didn't?
I was like, maybe it will come out as we talk about it.
Okay. So my Chessy, who I gender swapped, I was like... Kind of like a household helper, like all around, like dog's body kind of guy. I went with Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows. He's Guillermo.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I think he'd be very fun, very funny. And I feel like the emotion that he would have of like, oh my God, it's actually you.
Yeah.
And like he plays an assistant in What We Do in the Shadows, but I feel like this would be a wildly different character. And he's just a phenomenal actor, and I love him and want him to be in more things.
He is amazing. I mean, he is good in the servant role.
Yeah.
He very What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah.
And then for Marty, I gender swapped that as well. And this actress I haven't seen, but she is Scottish. and because I wanted a like Scottish actress for the British mom, and I went with an actress named Crystal Clark.
Okay.
So she might be worth looking up.
Okay. Oh, okay. What's she in?
She's been in Ordeal by Innocence, Sanditon, and something called Empire of Light.
Okay.
I don't know. I liked her look, liked her vibe. I wanted to find a not white person from the British Isles, and I found a Scottish lady who was black.
Nice.
And she seems great.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I thought that'd be fun. Different vibe, kind of like shifting it around a little bit of like, why do you have an adult living with you kind of situation?
Yeah.
And this is a little bit more just like, I don't have the mental wherewithal to run my life at home, so I've hired these people to run my home life so that I can continue to succeed in the business that I'm doing.
You know, yeah, she also could be a caretaker for the grandparent.
Also, yes. So both things are valid. I think that's reasonable. But yeah, so like that can be those two. I didn't have someone from the grandfather. The grandfather would be Elizabeth Olsen's father. So who did you have for that?
Yeah, well, I gender swapped it, and I had Miriam Margolis.
I don't know anything about this woman. Tell me.
Because I love her. She has been in a bunch of stuff, but she's in so many things. And I see her in interviews, and she's such a character.
Great. I'm sold. That's fantastic.
She's just doesn't give a fuck.
She was Professor Pomona Sprout in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, she just is such a character.
Fantastic.
She was like
sold.
in Blackadder.
Instantly
She was
sold.
in. I think it would be like a new twist. It'd be really fun.
So, and then we have to talk about Meredith Blake.
Yes. Yeah.
I cast an actress who's known for being in Banshee, and she was also in Ray Donovan. Her name is Lily Simmons.
Okay. I looked her up in this one photo of her. She has kind of a like don't mess with me face. And I'm like, I could see it.
Like literally I saw the picture, I was like, great.
Totally.
Done.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I had Amelia Clark, but that one's
yeah.
I was like, she's so overdone, but she would be interesting.
You know what? I would rather have Amelia Clark as our Liz over Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, I mean, she's British.
Yeah. How old is Amelia Clark? Because she's got to be about the same age.
I thought she was like 29 or 39. 39.
Perfect.
Okay.
Amelia Clark.
Yeah, she was one I had said for Liz too.
I had missed that. So then Amelia Clark, and then Lily Simmons for Meredith Blake. I don't have any other actor roles. Did you?
No.
Did you cast the Marvas?
No. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much like we would talk about it and figure it out together, or I didn't cast the Marvas. I think they're so fun. Like, it'd be fun to cast someone.
We gotta get your character actors in there.
I know. And I also was like Sammy the dog we could cast.
Yeah, I would love to have more shots of Sammy the dog.
Dogs. I didn't see it, but apparently Good Boy, the movie, have you heard about that? It's a horror movie from the perspective of a dog.
No.
And everyone's like, the dog is so cute. It like makes the movie. So we could have that dog.
Great.
Good boy dog. Oh, Aunt Vicky. Okay. Just because I love her.
Yes, tell me about Aunt Vicky.
I was like Helena Bonham Carter. Because I want her in everything.
So I believe the dog's name is Indy.
Indy. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Indy the dog.
Well, they named the dog Indy. Cool. Then let's talk about writer and director.
Okay.
Obviously us.
Yeah.
But other than that, who did you have for... I have a separate writer and director. Do you have a hyphenate?
Okay. I didn't know we were supposed to cast those.
Oh, yes. Okay. So then let me tell you. I found two women because it's a Nancy Meyers movie and it's about twin little girls.
Yeah.
You don't want dudes doing this.
Yeah.
So my writer, she most recently wrote The Thursday Murder Club, which is an adaptation of the Richard Osman book.
Yes, I've heard of that.
And she did Fear the Walking Dead. She worked on Killing Eve. Her name is Suzanne Heathcote.
Okay.
She seems great. Basically, just like, I like the mystery and like the putting everything together from Thursday Murder Club. And then I like kind of like the torturing of human beings from Fear the Walking Dead. And then like Killing Eve is like the drama and everything else.
Yeah. I like that. I would say Nobody Wants This is kind of like a modern, I would say is like the best modern romance of this year. Or these past couple years.
This very much is like a rom-com with a meet cute. So are you suggesting Erin Foster as the writer?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm okay with that. Yeah. And then my director, she just did she just wrote Freakier Friday.
Oh.
And so like that kind of fit the vibe. She also was the writer on Late Night.
Okay.
And then she was a writer on Deli Boys. Her name is Nisha Ganatra.
Okay, I like that.
And I just thought she'd be a fun director for this. I think it'd be fun playing around with all of this. Yeah, I just thought that, especially like having done like a Lindsay Lohan project.
Yeah.
This feels like a good kind of extension of that.
I like that. Yeah.
Good. Okay, that is everything that we have. Let me take you through this. Parent Trap. Again, We don't have someone to play Haley and Annie. We're going to have to go with an unknown. It is going to be, and introducing this child actress who is going to be phenomenal and incredible and the best actor in the movie. And we're all going to be jealous of her talent. But Elizabeth James is going to be played by Emilia Clarke. Nick Parker is going to be Simu Liu. Meredith Blake is going to be Lily Simmons. Chessy, or Chester, is going to be Harvey Guillen. Martin, or Marty, is going to be Crystal Clark. Grandfather, which has now become grandmother, will be Miriam Margolis. Aunt Vicky will be Helena Bonham Carter. Sammy will be the dog from Good Boy, who is named Indy. All of this will be written by Aaron Foster and directed by Nisha Ganatra.
Woo!
That's Parent Trap. You gonna go see this movie and or show it to some kids?
I have a nephew, and
Perfect.
I'm going to make sure he sees it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being my guest and having me revisit Parent Trap after 20 years.
This was so fun.
Yeah.
I did not realize I would have this kind of search history, but
Look,
this was a true delight.
But yeah, now's the time. Thank you so much for being my guest. Now's the time to tell people about social medias or projects you want people to watch or read or listen to.
Yeah, my website is shanarhymeswithdana.com. That's SHANA, rhymes with DANA.com. And I have a table reading coming up in January.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Fantastic. Do you know which theater you're going to be having this at?
I think it's going to be where we did ours, like around the corner. I think it's going to be one of
around
those.
the corner from the Broadwater?
Or one of those.
Okay.
Because it's put on by my former teacher,
Perfect.
Keisha Zolar and Andrew Kimmler, and they do this like monthly.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's,
Good. Amazing. Yeah. Fantastic. And do you have social media you want people to follow or nah?
Sure, you can follow me on Instagram, Shayna Shenanza.
Awesome. If you're interested in following me, I'm also on Instagram at Ideal Remake, or you can follow me on BlueSky at Sam Gasch, SamGasch. If you have strong memories from having watched Parent Trap as a kid and want to talk about it again, please reach out on the Dueling Genre Discord, which has a link in the show notes of this episode. But yeah, we've talked about Parent Trap. We've reached the end, so I will end this episode the same way I end every episode. Shayna, what is your favorite quote from the movie The Parent Trap?
Oh, it has to be, "Hello, pet. You may call me Aunt Vicky."
Perfect.